Okay. Well, here we go. Live again. Hello everyone. It's your failed programming error that just refused to be fixed. CodeErr. And welcome back to Minecraft, where... Okay, you can see it in the top... not top, in the bottom left corner, you can see the newest mod we've added. I did not know that one would actually show on the title screen. We added ModernFix, which is a... apparently very, very good. Also, Gwen, congrats on being first. Happy to see you, happy to see you. But apparently it's a very, very, very good performance enhancer for Minecraft that fixes frame rate and memory usage and just like loading times in general. So technically speaking, we should have like a much better time now going forward. We'll see if it actually works. I ran into a few problems downloading it, though. Again, as I said, initially I didn't know that it required ferrite core, so I had to do that. And then today I tried it and it was like, excuse me, I need at least this version of just enough items. And then I check into my mod directory on CurseForge, and normally it tells you when a mod is updatable, it has a little update button next to it. That wasn't the case for Jay. Just enough items, I actually had to go download the new version and then manually put it into the mods folder, because the update button doesn't exist for that mod. Apparently it doesn't recognize that the updates for that mod. So I had to manually do that, even though every other mod I'm just able to update with the press of a button. Anyway, now that all of that is done, I have it. And we should have a lot less lag going forward. So, yeah. Hello everyone. Yes, Twitch was actually very weird for me too. It took a while for it to show up as live in my little stream manager. And Gwen, welcome back from ad jail. Again, congrats on being first. Congratulations, you absolutely deserve it. Now let's get some music in here. And let's see how long the loading time is for my world. Is it faster? Maybe, maybe not. Well, the percentage went up to 100 instantly. So there's that. And we're in. Okay. The initial frame drops lasted only like a few seconds and weren't even that bad. I didn't fish up anything good. We're looking pretty smooth so far. I need to grab a new helmet. Okay. So, actually, why did I turn? I need to fly in a second anyway. Well, it doesn't matter. So, here's the dealio. First things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate our new trees. Prepare yourselves, because soon, this strange purple stuff that you can see here, here, and here will no longer be there. One, 2, 3. That should be enough range to cover everything, I believe. And we should slowly... we should slowly see changes. I can already see some blue in there. Yup, yup. Oh, it's happening. It's flashing. It takes a moment. Can you see it? It takes a moment to win the fight, but it will win the fight eventually. Soon. Soon the stuff will look a lot better. The struggle. The struggle is real, but it looks like it already won the fight over here. Yeah, the vines, I mean, they're not exactly green, but this is still better than a bright purple, I think. It looks more natural with that cyan color. And look at the water! Yeah, with the sugarcane, the fight seems to be a little bit more tedious. But again, I assure you, it's gonna win. It just needs a moment to be left running. I think we're good. So now I just need to get rid of the trees. Okay, you can get turned off. Off. And off. Though I guess there's also no real need to tear them down immediately. Should I just leave the trees up here as a little Easter egg for myself? I don't know. Little Easter egg, remember the trees. But yeah, now if we're down here... Oh, it looks so much better. Look at that clear water. It's no longer purple. Insane. Absolutely insane. Okay. Up next, I'm gonna do a bit of harvesting. Because in the end, we are still gonna need a lot of EMC. Again, the walls are cheap, but I did realize that the floor that I planned for this build project is not as cheap. So we're gonna need to prepare. And in order to prepare, we're gonna need to collect a lot of different stuff that we can turn into EMC, like all our crops. Let me unequip that, it's faster if I don't have that. Okay. And then I also need to figure out how exactly I'm gonna make the entryways from the staircase. But again, we'll figure that out as we get there. Hang on a second. You stay that way. You ain't fighting back. Stay. Is it just the sugarcane that's doing it? Weird. The sugarcane seems to still want to fight back. How very odd. The sugarcane is very much so insanely bright. But the bright sugarcane is better than the purple sugarcane. To nobody's surprise. I already forgot how valuable is nether wart again. Probably more than other crops. Actually, no. Huh. Regular carrots and potatoes. Regular carrots and potatoes are more valuable than nether wart. That is interesting. I would not have thought that. I would have thought they'd at least be the same value, if not nether wart more valuable. Huh. Intriguing. A few things that I need to figure out. No. Two sand, two sandstone. That's how you make them. Got it. Now we have our main building material for the walls. Let's grab 5 stacks for the time being. Okay, let's check where I put my quartz. How do I make chiseled quartz again? By combining 2 slabs. Let me just check. Quartz should be the same value then in any form, right? Yes. Okay, so I can save myself trouble crafting and just, you know, drop it into the machine like this and then pull it out in the form I want it in. Grab another stack. And now there is one way I can save on materials, because these things only exist as a full block, but obviously for a floor, slabs would be more cost efficient. So let me make the arc. There it is. I don't think I have one of them yet. Iron, stone slab, and any wood. Unless I have one already, I'm gonna check the woodworking room. That's where it would probably be. Nope. Alright, let's make one. Really? I have only one. I guess I'll make more. Guess I'll make more then. Wait, hang on. Does it need to be wood specifically? No, it can be logs too. Okay. Logs work as well. Still annoying that you can't actually make slabs in this thing here. No clue why you wouldn't be able to make slabs, but oh well. Architect's cutter. Let's put it in here so I have access. It's especially interesting because you can... It does recognize stuff that needs slabs in its crafting recipe, but it doesn't recognize slabs themselves, which is so weird to me. Anyway, there's a few things I have to try out with it immediately. For example, the exchange rates. So, like, what if I make a panel? That makes 4. That is even... Ah, no. I'm not gonna make panels, though, because those are really annoying to place, I remember. Because you need to be able to place them against something. So in an effort to keep my sanity intact, I'll just make slabs. Let's make 4 stacks for the time being, just to see how far we can get with those. Yeah. Okay. I should also grab some more food. Really wish I could make more Hydra shops. I'll rely on Maze Wafers for now. Okay. So we go upstairs. And then right here. So this would be the first floor. And right up on the second floor would be the hotel entrance. Now I gotta figure out how I want to place the door. I could just do a corner door, which I'm not sure if I want that. Two double doors. Trying to think. If I make the double doors, then that would interrupt this thing. Which makes me think I should use it above the double doors. Let's see for a moment. So I tear this open. Well, we can really see the range of these particles. Huh. Now all of a sudden I'm no longer so sure if the Spore Blossoms are a nice addition. I mean, they look nice in here, but they do bleed into everything else, kind of. You know, I think it should only be one door. In which case, should the doors generally be on the side that you're coming? Actually, no. Yeah, doors on this side, because then I can do a nice little loop around, I've decided. Okay, so we're closing this back up. And this right here will then have a little loop around up this way. Which means I'm gonna need to grab 2 extra pieces of Naga stone so I can connect this up. Actually, make that 3 pieces extra because I need to connect it around the corner in that case. Unless I move the door over by 1. How would that look? Just theoretically speaking, okay? If I move the door over by 1, so it's here, right? Which would mean this can connect up and keep its look. There we go. I mean, I guess that works too. Because then it also lines up with like this little pattern here, you know? I guess so. Okay, I guess we'll try that. So I need 2 more pieces of Naga stone. That's a lot of Shiver Me Timbers, the Pirate Break core. Okay. 2 more Naga stone, please and thank you. Wait. Okay, the decorative. Wait, that was over here. And I might as well turn more of that, because I'm gonna need more in the future. And it's gonna be nice to have that stuff prepared. Okay. Boom. Mosaic. There we go. Close that. And now, whoops, wrong ones. That goes up here. That goes down here. Then we have this doorway, and then that leads into the entrance hall / lobby. Well, I have to figure out how big I want to make it. Ah, yes, the Lunar Nights. I don't know what you mean by great music choice. Not like you would have any specific liking towards that. Okay, let's just figure it out. This right here is just gonna be the lobby. Okay, it doesn't need to be super impressive. It has to be big enough to fit like a counter, some decorations, and like at least 2 exit points. 1 exit point towards the actual rooms, and like 1 towards the amenities, like the restaurant that I want to have near the lobby. See, so you come in here, you're gonna have like the main front desk here, straight in front of you, and then like a few decorations, maybe like in a nice little waiting / seating area, and then left of it, like if the front desk is here, then there's gonna be a corridor to the left of it, I think. That'll lead to the actual rooms in the back. And over here, I think, would be where like other amenities would then be. Okay, so let's figure out a size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I believe that's like the minimum. Actually, it may be minimum and maximum in this case, because I think that's decent. Because you are just gonna come in here, then have here like the front desk area, waiting area. I think 10 blocks depth would be enough. Now, how wide is it gonna be? That's another question. So currently we're 6 wide. Again, I think 10 would be the minimum. So 7, 8, 9, 10. And you go to she would know where you get there and have to climb thousands of stairs. You got to the last room and the elevators are broken. Oh, fun. It sure is a good thing that the hotel is on the 2nd floor, right? I'm also gonna need to use the tree powers over here, because if I'm gonna use decorations that have like water features, then it would be a shame if the water was purple. So come in here, boom, front desk. And I think it's gonna be a little bit wider in this direction, because, again, this is where you go around to go into the corridor that'll lead you to the rooms. I think. I also just realized if this is where the restaurant... I already have some ideas for the restaurant area, and the thing is, it's gonna be massive, so I'm not sure actually... Yeah, no, it's gonna be here. There's gonna be like a few things to this side, but then I guess the main corridor with all the rooms will extend. It might just go around the corner and extend that way, I guess. Because let's face it, there is some space before it goes to the... It actually depends on how high the ceiling is gonna be. Still, I think it's okay if you go in here and then have to like round a corner to go this way, move all the hotel rooms. Still thinking about it though. Or I could just make it a long hallway with rooms on either, like a long hallway that has like offshoot hallways every now and then, but I'm not sure how nice that would be. For now, in any event, I need to extend it further out this way, I've decided. I'm not sure how many more blocks. Damn it. Okay, I don't know which mod it was that allowed me to do this, but I don't appreciate it. I really don't appreciate whichever mod it is that allows me to click and place below. So this would now be a 10 by 14. How is that for an entrance hall? Like you go in, have your counter. It's a terrible line to put in your Lua. Well, thankfully I'm not writing any Lua scripts. Alright, let's see. Whoa. You know what, let's start adding some of the walls. Maybe that'll make things a little bit more manageable. Still not sure how I wanna... I think I'll just do like stairs up there to give a little bit more of a... Yeah, like upside down stairs here and then the doors. That should work. Again, I do have to say, I think I really like the color palette I chose for this. It works, it works. Yeah, no, for an entrance hall, I think I can work with this size. And they have like... Again, I had that little water feature that I thought of. Could connect it to the corner like that and then have it be like this. Or maybe it would actually... So you can see it when coming in, it would probably be better if it was at this wall. Yeah, this wall will have the water feature, then maybe have like a painting over here, a little seating area or something. Could work, could work. I'm gonna wall this area off for now. It's gonna be, again, this area over here is gonna be where it leads to like the, mainly to the restaurant area that I have plans for. But until it's gonna be a relatively open entrance, but until I actually have time to build that, I am gonna wall it off. But yeah, I think this works. Again, it's a lobby, it's an entrance hall, it's just gonna have a few nice little decorations in there, and that's it. Now I do need to check something real quick. Because I'm pretty sure the trapdoors I chose for my design... Yeah, crystallized trapdoor. How do I make those? Crystallized planks. How do I get those? Crystallized log. Which I have. Okay, I have crystallized log, so I can make that. Good. Okay, back wall. How wide is the corridor gonna be? 4 blocks? I think 4 blocks works. Yeah, I think that's decent. Okay. Counter over here. Have like. Yeah. Okay. Again, use your brain. Think this through. Think and plan. I need to plan this out appropriately. The restaurant. If I'm doing the restaurant the way I have it in my head, then it's gonna be way too massive. Oh god. Because the thing is, I would have it be like... The restaurant's design would include multiple different platforms, and each platform itself should also be big enough to fit my like multiple seating areas. And I would like to have at least 4 different platforms, which means... This is gonna be big. Oh, that's gonna be big. We'll get to that when we get to that, though. On this Hell's Kitchen role in this company. Is that so? I have no idea how to design the counter for this. Probably something generic, like use like some wood. Question is which wood type would work with this color scheme. Is there anything else that would work really well as like a counter? What about polished diorite? What's that? Calcite. Calcite, I think, would look nice. That looks a little bit like marble. Then again, I'm not sure that would be white on white with the floor, but still. I'd have to find calcite first because, yeah. Because I don't have any calcite yet. Annoying. I could turn tough into calcite. Ah, there we go. Which means I would have to get into... I would have to finally get into Ars Nova. Oh boy. I'd have to finally get into this mod and do a setup. Not sure. Anyway, for now, let me grab the materials to make like some of the decorations. Castle bricks. And the crystallized stuff was stuff I needed. Give me like a stack of that stuff so I can immediately make like a few different things. Like stairs and slabs. Most importantly, of course, the trapdoors I'm about to use. Let's also make some doors. Button. Interesting, you can't make sticks out of them. And you can't use sticks on them. Huh. Well, anyway, that's enough for now. I really only needed that because I need trapdoors. Let's grab a stack. I'll just put everything else I don't need in there later. Let's go grab the stairs. Okay, that's good. Okay, so water feature like over here. Probably good to do it relatively central. No. But now I see the problem. If I do it like that, it'll kind of interfere with the door. So I should put it in the corner rather than have it be more in the middle. Then 1, 2, 3 over. That's gonna be a bit too narrow. What about this size? Yeah, that works, I think. That's a decent size, and then you have enough space to easily get over here. And then maybe I could do like a little small like plant pot area or something over here. Okay. This will change in color later on. I just realized I messed up the spacing again. This doesn't have nearly enough room if I do it like this. It's... There we go. There. It's gonna need this much space at least. then... what if I do it like this? That's not exactly the same as my previous design, but I think it might actually work better if I do it this way. Oops. Oh, come on. Have the water flowing out there, and then I'll have to add like maybe some slabs on the top, so it rounds off a little bit more nicely. So let's quickly make some slabs too, I guess, to round it off. And, ow. Basically with this I have kind of established how high this area has to be. Wait. You can't turn it into slabs? That's fine. That's fine. I'll just make some. Hello? Sometimes I forget how buggy this thing can be. Does castle brick not... You're not seriously telling me you can't put castle bricks in there? Why not? Why wouldn't you be able to put castle bricks in there? Well, that's certainly a little bit annoying. Guess I can figure out some design for it. It's fine. It's fine. Right, I should also grab some lily pads. They're probably in here. Yep. Again, I'll just put everything back in there later. Yeah, I think that works. Again, the color of the water is gonna change later to be actually properly blue. How would it look if I just finished it off like this? No, no, I don't like the way that looks. How about inverting it? Yeah, that looks better. Anyway, and with that, I know that the wall needs to be at least this high. And with at least, I mean it probably needs to be exactly this height, because if it's too high, it also looks weird, considering the room isn't that, you know, big otherwise. Okay, so let's finish that. Yeah, no, I can see that's working out with the counter over here. Then you go over here through the passageway. Counter will probably go up to here. So you have plenty of space to walk around. And then if the counter, let's say, I'm not sure, should it be 3? Or just 2? I think 2 spaces behind is enough. And then you have, this passageway would be where you could get to the restaurant. Okay, okay. We're getting somewhere. And I'm not exactly sure how the corridor should go. I'm not exactly sure about that. Part of me just wants it to loop around and go like this way, but then if I add another floor over here, that might get in the way. Possibly. Especially because the way I've decided to build, it would have like the door over here. So I think I should... Again, I will expand more in this direction anyway with the giant restaurant, but... I'm not sure about the corridor. I could just make it a thing where it goes straight in this direction, but I don't know. I don't know if that's nice if it just goes straight in this direction. I could have it where it goes straight for a little bit and then takes a corner in this direction. After a while, it can take a corner after a while, just so I have enough enough space with the restaurant and everything, right? So it goes a little bit out this wards with rooms on either side, and then after a while it changes and goes this way. I think that's something I would like. Yes. And again, I could make like a small little waiting area here. Yeah, I think so. Well, we are getting started, so that's something. Like, the most expensive part of the decor is done. Now on to some other stuff. I figured out something I want for the ceiling already. Wait, I still need the sand. There we go. I do not, however, need the castle bricks and the lily pads anymore, so away you go. And away the castle bricks go. Wait, no. There we go. Then okay, let's get to work with this for now. I want to see with the size that this room currently has. Yeah, I think that works. Like that. And then this way. There we go. The way that's misaligned kind of hurts. It's gonna be even worse on this corner, obviously. Whoops. Interesting that sand is more durable than quartz. Okay. Are you beginning to see the vision? Okay. Obviously, I'm gonna need more stairs. So let's make those real quick. And I can also add them there. I also need the doors. What am I doing right now? I need the doors. I am stupid, okay? My brain power is not present. Okay. Let's make like another, like half a stack. That should be plenty. I think at least. Okay. This is the only side where it aligns properly. At least this is the direction you're gonna be looking when you come in anyway, so... I guess that's fine. Okay. And I'm gonna round off this a little bit more. It's beginning to look like a place where you might want to stay. Okay, again for the counter I really need to get... calcite, I've decided, which I haven't learned yet. Mountains, huh? Why did I not put away the castle stairs? Who knows? Who knows what was going on in my mind when I decided not to put them away. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter which direction the corridor goes in. I need to extend out at least 4 blocks anyway. In order to even be able to turn. There we go. Current track is the Battle Ultra Demon Lord from Metopia. They have unstable bitrate, which is not nice, but apparently that's pretty common here on my stream. So you come in here. Okay, you come in, go over here. It would be a bit intimidating if that just leads straight into the super long corridor, which is why I really wanted to make a turn. And I could just turn that way. I don't know, something about it turning to the left feels unnatural. It would either feel more natural if it did a straight turn around, or if it went to the right, just like building structure-wise, makes more sense. So yeah, I think I'll make it go straight a little bit and then turn. Happy midnight is midnight. Happy midnight to you too. In which case I'm gonna have to figure out roughly how big the restaurant will be. And that won't be an easy feat. Figuring that one out. You would go in here. Oh, I don't run into space issues with this one. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit tough to manage. Would it be easier if I extended this further out? Maybe it would be. Ah, my brain! Okay, counterpoint. Would it be easier if I flipped everything? Would it be easier if I just flipped everything now? So move that over this way. Then you would have the corridor come out here and around, and it could go this way. It would still cause a few problems with this, but depending on how... I can't believe I'm doing this now, but we're flipping it. I feel stupid, but we are flipping it. See you on the flip side, I guess so. Well. Damn it. Okay. I get it? Nope. Now I got it. Okay. So right now this is 4 long and this is 8. Okay. So I need to subtract 4 from one side and add 4 to the other. Fine. Was that one too far? That was one too far. Anyway, this can go. I'll jump down to grab everything in a bit. Just barely above the surface. And then I'm fine. Sure hope nothing fell down in between here. Okay. Looks like I got basically everything. And let's begin the teardown. Making such good progress. I was making such progress only to realize it needs to be flipped. But it's fine. This will be done in a second. Hello. Okay. Next up, the wall. Oh, the playlist broke. That hasn't happened for the entirety of the last stream, but today it broke again. Hooray. Okay. And get close. There we go. Okay, looks like I got everything. So now, let's get the wall back in place. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 matches up perfectly. Hang on, does it match up on this side too? No, on this side it's a little bit bigger. Okay. Oops. Alright. The flipping process is almost done. It's gonna be the doorway. I think I have the stairs on this height. Yep, that works. Oh boy. One successful flip later. Why couldn't I have built it this way around the first time? I don't know. It makes more sense to build it this way in the first place, actually, considering it lines up more cleanly with the wall of the stairs. But I guess I just wanted to be extra and go the other way. Again, it lines up more cleanly with the stairs, and it makes more sense to go this way because I have more room this way. Because over there is gonna be the next floor, which means I don't have as much room upwards. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Da drüben ist nicht so viel Platz. Nach oben. Sure has been a while since you heard some good old CodeErr German. Let's not forget that I am indeed capable of speaking more than one language. Like this. Okay. Now this is back in place. Now once again, I know I'm gonna have to go out at least 4. Okay. So, comes out here, then immediately goes this way for a little bit, and then it can go straight once I know I won't hit that. No, I don't need those. I need those. Gonna make the judgment hall. Ah, yes, of course. I would really like to make the turn sooner rather than later, but I already know that's not gonna work out here. So I could put like a few additional rooms over here. So how much further do I need to go? So at least this far? Let's see, so that's the floor level. Which will put me on line with that, which means that would still be visible, so I need to go 1 block further. Okay. That works, and now I need, once again, 4 more for the actual corridor itself to make that turn. So this is how far it'll go before it goes into the actual main hallway. Therapy, something comfy. Ah yes, we definitely need therapy, don't we? As for what will be here before the turn happens... Well, let's see real quick. So this will be 1... This will be where the turn happens. How big should the rooms be? Let's figure this out. Like, if we go with this size, that would mean we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 9. 9 blocks. I think that's a decent size, right? Maybe? What are we thinking? 9 blocks? For a room? In like one dimension, and the other way could be... What should it be? 9 by something. How much depth do I have right now available? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, of course. 11, 12. Because then that's in the way. I mean, we could go make the rooms be like 9 by 10s. And then over here would be a little bit of a problem area where I could make like smaller rooms. Actually, this could be, well, you have like bathrooms maybe? Which would then be separated here a little bit, because that would be in the middle. I can figure something out there. Definitely, definitely. As for what could be over here, maybe just some paintings or something, or maybe a little seating area. That could also be like have like in here like a little. I almost want to say indent where like you have the wall, but then there's like I don't know, a chunk like maybe like this, roughly, where it like indents further into the wall with a little seating area or something, maybe. And there should definitely be like, the walls should be not entirely empty. I'll probably put paintings or something in there. It's not... Okay, yeah, so I can just make paintings, I guess, for it. Idea. Okay, so the seating area idea is definitely still there. Okay. I'll figure something out here. Some good stuff. I'll figure out some good stuff. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing. I just have to use my brain, which is very hard for me to do. I'm not even sure how tall this hallway should be. Doesn't need to be nearly as tall as the entrance hall, absolutely not. Still, 3 blocks is the absolute minimum. And I feel like if it's 4 blocks wide, then it should be at least 4 blocks tall as well. And then here, maybe the stairs? Whoa, wrong block. Right, so you come in. And then that's the corridor. Yeah, that works. Okay. Now the question is, should the corridor just be like plain with like the slabs at the top? Because that is an option. Or should we... I do have to say I do like the indented ceiling with the wood panels. So I do kind of want to give that a try. Again, I'm trying to think, which, again, thinking isn't my strong suit. But I am trying. Again, this still looks empty, but there will be a counter over here. There will be an opening over there later. I think I'll put a small seating area here. Main corridor. In any event, I'm gonna need more stuff. And you know what I should probably do? While I'm up there working, I think I should have an architect's thingy-majiggy up there. Okay, gonna need a ton of those. Let's actually remember to put away the stairs this time, shall we? Okay. I think I want to round the corner off a little bit more cleanly. I think it looks better if you make more rounded corners in the hallway. Yeah. I think so. Same thing over here then. For now, let's just fill this out. Again, if I do want an indent in the side, then I can do that later. For now, I just want to get progress in. Which means, of course, setting up the walls. Stack. Why is working with stairs always so annoying? I'm gonna put a slab here. Let's see. I want to be able to get a decent look at how this is. It's okay, I guess. Yeah, a lot of Toho today. Apparently. It's probably gonna look better once the walls are no longer so, you know, empty. Probably gonna put little decorations like planters and everything along the hallway as well. Yeah, that's definitely gonna help liven things up. And again, might do a little area over here as well. Or some stuff. Sure. Yeah, okay, I think that'll work. I think it'll work once we have, like... Once we have some stuff in the hallways. Oops. Be aware, gotta place it the correct way, otherwise it'll look weird. Of any project, the hardest part is always getting started, but we have gotten started. It's currently very empty, save for one little decorative element in the entrance hall. And then you go here, and then boom, you will have your massive corridor with who knows how many rooms. Yeah. Very empty? What do you mean it's very MTT? Ah, yes. The very MTT resort. Just walking back and forth here with no clue what I'm doing. Cyan. Cyan would look good, I think. Just thinking about, you know, since I said I would like to make a little seating area and stuff. Let's see what I can do here. Keep forgetting. All right. Oh, and I should also probably grab some paintings. Just grab a stack, and again, I can throw everything I don't need back in here later. First experiments. What if I just do it very straightforward without any signs or anything, and then I add this? The corners do kind of ruin it, don't they? Thing is, I can't put a sign there Which means if I do want to make it a triple, in that case, I'll have to move it over like this. And I could, again, I could add the signs. Whoop. There it is. And I guess that works. The problem is, again, then it's overlapping with the door. Would be so much easier if I could place a sign here. Actually, idea. Why do I have 3 signs now? What? Anyway, ideal. Alright, I can do this. And, again, I need to grab a different item for that. Watch this. Okay, here I am. Put those in. I have never used these for this kind of thing. I always use a sign. But I think it might work in this case, because item frames can overlap with other blocks. I mean, it kind of works. I feel like a sign would be better, but at least with this, you know, it does its thing. Actually, hang on. I just realized something even. Didn't I see earlier when scrolling? But they're stools. They don't exactly are the same. Yeah, I'm not sure a stool would be applicable. But the stools would work nicely if I do that little seating area over here. Okay, so we have a little seating area. Maybe a painting behind that. Please, only 3 wide. Nope. Aren't there any 3 wide paintings? Really? How annoying. Yeah, I guess there aren't. I feel like I should make a second couch over here. Right. And have the doorway be like here. Right from this. And would still have enough place for the counter as well. Yeah, sure, why not? Let's add a second one. Then, well, if this over here is going to be the counter, there needs to be a big image there. That one works, I think. And Mr. Crayford's furniture mod? Maybe. Maybe I should. Yeah, I think this one, but a little bit higher. Nope, higher. So, like, here. Need to add a bottom border. There we go. Actually, screw that. I think I like that one better back here. Okay. Anything else in here that's interesting or nice? Figured there might be something there. Okay, let's see. So we've made this much progress already. I guess let's just add in the second couch, right? And then I think it's time we try to find calcite. Because we're gonna need it. You know what, I will just keep this on me. So, apparently there's more calcite in more mountainous areas. So I suppose that's where we should be looking then. Also, Cathon, how's it going? I just started work on a new project and I realized I wanted calcite for a counter for the lobby. And then I realized I don't have calcite yet. I still need to make sure the watercolor here is actually changed because purple does not look good as a watercolor. But yeah, the lobby is getting somewhere. Slowly, but surely. Anyway, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing fantastic. Ow. Ow. Project is something that never happens, yeah. Alright, apparently calcite can be found near mountains. Can I use this bed real quick? Thank you. Don't want to deal with phantoms. Alright. Door! Okay, you're coming with me. Okay. Mountains, huh? I'm at the beach. This is not optimal. Mountains, mountains. I guess over here, but there's no way that generated when calcite was, you know. Could that be? No, that's probably just snow, right? I don't know, is that calcite or is that snow? That is pretty far away, but that's the nearest mountain I can see. Oh, there's this one down here too. Oh, what? Oh wait, can I hover over it to tell? No. Oh wait, if I click? The bottom text. Oh, diorite. There it is, I'm blind. So diorite is not what I want. Okay. Oh, over here? That's also diorite. That's all snow, right? Yeah, snow, 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 snow. So much snow. Stone and gravel. Still, that is going to be a mountainous area, and that is an area that is going to be newly generated, so I guess we're going there. Fastest way to go there would be across the water. So, I heard you like cod. Alright, when your favorite programming error, COD, is on his way again. Guess I might as well visit this little shipwreck. And buried treasure map is unlearned. Huh. Well, I guess I'll have to figure that one out at some point. Well, might as well make that quick little pit stop, huh? And then I'll definitely take the buried treasure map back. Let's see if I can find the treasure. Approaching the coast. Ugh. Where are you hiding? Ah! There we go. Potion of water briefing, that is new. Okay, let's put this stuff away. Actually, give me some of the dirt again. So I can get out. Let's see. Yeah, at this point I might as well walk along the coast for a while. Oh look! Nether portal. Pathornortal. Alright, you're safe. Alright, gonna have to cross here. Let's have a quick stop and see if I already plundered this area. I probably did. Never mind. Okay, moving on. I really hope I can find calcite sooner rather than later. I just need to find one piece of calcite. That's all I need. One singular piece. Come on. Okay, so that mountain range should be somewhere over here. Right. Yep. Cross this hill. And I'll be right there. Fingers crossed I can find calcite. That's a lot of diorite, not exactly calcite though. A tragedy. Really? Looks like there's only a singular spot. That I thought that led into a mountain, but nope. It does not lead into a mountain, it's just a singular little spot on the map. In an area that looks like it could be very mountainous. But then what do we find? Barely anything. It's probably not even from a mountain, it was probably a cave opening or something. Yup. Sure was. Let's take a look. If there's anything else. I mean, there's another nether portal, I guess. I'll take that. Nothing too interesting, though. It's another redwood forest, huh? I think so, at least. And a village. Oh, it's only one singular redwood tree by the looks of it. Let's stop by the village. And while I'm here, also sleep, because apparently I can. Ah, perfect. I'll use your bed. This is a somewhat mountainous area, but I don't see any exposed calcite. So that's ever so slightly annoying. Is that what I think it is? I think it might be. I think I might have found my first tree from Ars Novo. That would be nice. And I'll gladly take that. Come on. There we go. Have the axe ready, have the shears ready. I think it is, yep. Beautiful. Mine. And yes, it does have fruits. Perfect. Alright, let's cut this thing down. Four. Very nice. Got everything I need, let's move on. You know what? Not what I set out to find, but I'm glad I found it anyway. That's diorite, right? Well, I might as well check to see if this cave has any exposed stuff and things. That's a lot of diorite. Are you sure there isn't some calcite mixed in there? Any calcite to spare? There we go. They'll take care of each other for a minute. There's just like so many stone types, but the one stone type that I need is nowhere to be found. Are you kidding me? Would you stop that? There we go, that's what you get. And now they shoot each other again. Calcite, calcite, calcite. Nothing. How rare is that stuff? How are you not hitting each other? There we go. Hehe. I like my creeper ally. Okay. Ah, well, while I'm here. Alright, clearly this cave was a bust. Tragically. So let's go back to the surface. Where does one find calcite? It is a vanilla Minecraft block. Don't tell me. Is calcite one of the blocks that you find in a geode? Would it be that simple? Then I should have calcite lying around somewhere. I guess I should double check my base. I'll do that in a bit. First, you know, wood. Do you think these count? No, of course not. I just realized once I finally get that backport mod, when that ever if that ever updates, which I hope it'll get its development is gonna go smoothly, then we'll have like 3 different types of cherry logs. Looking forward to that. Okay, I think I'll just... I honestly don't know. You know, I'm already running around. I might as well go a little bit longer before I return to base. I just feel like it makes more sense to keep going when you're already on the move. That's diorite. What are you? Are you a flower? Kale. I mean, I'll take it. I think that's a seed type I don't have yet. A blue moon rises. Now, if only I was exploring a dungeon, which I am not. I am just out and about in the wilderness. Wait a second, we already have 3 different types of this? Hang on. Cherry log. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we have blue skies, fruit trees, all the biomes you'll go, and biomes oh plenty, and random things. We have so many different types of cherry trees. That's an intact ship, isn't it? Huh. So what blocks am I looking at here? Rocky stone. Dakite. And Minor was like, we could use more cherry wood, I guess so. White sand. Two skeletons in full leather armor. Really? I think I want to check out that boat. It certainly makes me curious. Yes, that is not a shipwreck. That thing is floating. That is a ship without the wreck part. Alright, see you in a bit then, Neon. Excuse me. Prismarine? Doesn't look like an ocean monument. Is that one of those strange temples? Because I think I saw one of those before as well. Actually, is that even prismarine? That hue looks more like copper. Well, it does have guardians, so... perhaps I should not disturb this structure. And that's a lot of drowns and guardians. And now in a biome where I can barely see where I'm going. But that over there looks like a new tree type, and you know what that means. That means we're chopping it down. Sunny blossom leaves, okay. Let's check this tree out. Hi. Man, I like not being able to see anything. I think I got most of the drops. I have saplings and I have the logs. At least a few of them, it's fine. What's that sound effect? What is that sound? Is that from the music? I think so. It's confusing. Okay, if white sand isn't registered, I assume black sand isn't either. Yep. Smooth basalt. And that's just deep slate. Deep slate at surface level, oh fun. Trident? Trident. No drop. Tragic. Let's return. I said, let's return. Again, I'm gonna double check my chests now because there's no way I haven't collected any calcite. Also, I don't care enough about quick charge to actually put it up there. I'll just turn the quick charge book into EMC instead. Ooh, fire charge is also new. Nice. Golden sword is apparently new. Okay, let's put the rest away. Ta-da! Then some more artifacts. The arrows. And the potion of mana regen. Okay, let's double check, because there must surely be calcite somewhere. Well, I had tough, but no calcite. Specifically had this entire section here for geodes. Wow. I guess I really don't have any. Huh. Weird. Very, very weird. Anyway, while the thing is recharging, I just realized I never finished what I wanted to do, like the second little couch that I wanted to add for in the lobby, right? I never went and did that. So let me do that real quick. Cyan, I need. And oh, right. Tem. Okay, let's bring that stuff up. Add it real quick, and then we're going back, and we're gonna keep going and hopefully find some calcite. I only needed one item frame, not two. Oh well, it matters not. So we have your little waiting area here in the lobby, then you have your counter there. This will lead to the restaurant area. This will lead to the rooms. Okay, so now what? I just realized I failed to do something important, that being grabbing another shield. Oh well. Who needs a shield anyway, right? Now, which way to travel? Do I go south? Do I go east? Or do I go back up north? Because let's face it, I'm more likely to find mountain areas if I go back on land. So maybe I should go back to the north. And then just keep traveling further north. Probably the smartest play here. Even if it means having to backtrack a little. So let's do that. There's one big oak tree. Okay, just go this way. Until I make it to the white beach. Oh, thunderstorm. Fun. Welcome back. I double-checked my chests. I didn't find anything. Honestly, if there... Why can't there be calcite here? This would be perfect to have some calcite. Nope, not gonna bother with you. I'm busy. Also, that's another village. So, perfect opportunity for a pit stop. I'll take a few of them. Because I think those would be perfect to put in some planters. Ah, and the bushes I can actually create. Good. I have you already, don't I? Nope. Sweet Blossom. That's something new, apparently. You're probably also new, aren't you? Pine leaves. Yep, that is new. What about these ones? Fir. I'm getting so many new wood types here. It is unbelievable. Well, that's what I get for saying I don't need to make a new shield. Should fit to what's close to you. Hair layer? Ah, changed already. Sad. The Waifu Hotel Project? Hi, Infiscool. I mean exactly what it sounds like. A hotel for the waifus. the lobby is coming along nicely. I don't have any rooms added yet. But basically I just have the lobby, which is relatively empty. It has a few decorative elements in it, but I'm still missing the counter for the lobby, for the reception area, and a lot of other stuff. Disappointed? Why would you be disappointed? Don't be disappointed. I mean, hey, there's no better waifu than the one I am playing. I mean, come on, you gotta commit. You gotta commit to what you're doing. Okay, let's put some of the stuff away. Imagine using axe to break stone and it works. Okay, that's fur. Nice. New wood types unlocked. Do I have you already? Yep. I do. Just checking in. Fair enough. Thanks for checking in. Got any beds I can use? Thank you. It's your pick axe. Ah, yes, that axe was my pick indeed. I'm absolutely gonna steal their bell again, because that's just a lot of EMC. Of course I landed on the corner. I can't even MLG water bucket from that pathetic height. Ooh, another Ars Novo tree. Wait, I have the log, but I never got the sapling? Oh, no, 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 no. That is not good. Time to change that. This one grows the fruit that makes you blow up. Except there weren't any fruits growing on that one. Tragically. That is sad. Can't panic, we move to codename engine, please no. Command that lets us force you to do something so I can force you to start Ars Nova. Fair enough. Make me do something, command, or redeem. Probably would be something that would be very much appreciated by a lot of people, huh? What do we have here? Peat, which I cannot produce. How tragic. That's just regular moss. Mossy stone. The backseat command. Sure, why not? I see. Mountains! This could be it. Again, it said more calcite deposits can be found in mountainous areas, right? Let me just double check. Additional large calcite clusters are added to mountains. Mountain bite when? Cave. Calcite? Calcite? That's diorite. That's the wrong kind of white stone. Come on. I found a mountain. I'm going under the ground. And I see white. And I know it's not calcite. So much diorite. Is that calcite back there? I think it might be. On the other side of that diorite, or maybe it was just more diorite. Yeah, it's more diorite. Oh no. Well, I found diamonds, I guess. Where? Leave me alone. Yeah, I have a feeling it would be pretty useful. And you're right, maybe I should just finally get started on it. Guess we're mining again. Hey. Whoa, that's knockback, huh? Fun. So you can see what to make with it. Maybe you know what? Again, the waifu project thingy will still require a lot of time. How about then I would have to start a whole nother project to put all the Ars Novo stuff. Because I'm honestly thinking about just saying, fuck it, tomorrow's stream will dedicate to Ars Novo, but then again, I would need to set up an entire area for it, which would be another build project. But maybe I should do it. That would also beg the question of where to even do the Ars Novo stuff, but I feel like, again, with mystical stuff like that, it would work best in the library. Table that's 2x1. And isn't there also like some kind of infusion thingy where you have to like have multiple pedestals or something? No, the pedestal itself is where you do it, right? You put multiple things on the same pedestal. It's not an infusion thing like with the seeds. It's multiple things on one pedestal. Where? Where calcite? I found a mountain. I entered a cave under said mountain. That's a lot of barrels. Not a mimic. Yeah, I know it's also in geodes. I think that's what I said earlier. But it said additional calcite clusters can be found in mountains. I have found geodes before, haven't I? So theoretically, I would just need to revisit geodes I've been to before. But that would require me to remember where I found them. Oh, that's prosperity ore, right. Might as well, since I can't make it. Back to the central cave. Come on. Come on. So many stone types and no calcite. I think I should return to the surface. Yeah. Let's work our way back up to the surface. Because I'm pretty sure I found geodes before, so I'm gonna go to the surface. Place a waystone so I can continue traveling without having to travel this far out on foot again. And then we go back towards spawn. Might as well. Oh, and diamonds. Okay, that's my exit. Ah, there's a deep dark down here. Now the question obviously becomes, should I check it out to see if there is an ancient city? I mean, I feel like I at the very least need to look. Oh, that's just a little corner. That's just a teeny tiny little corner of a deep dark. There isn't even a shrieker here. I can make all the noise I want. Chipped anvil is new. It's way deeper. That corner? No, that also just stops there. But you know what? Easy way to fix some stuff. It's fixed. Perfect. Crimson Chest is also a new one, so hooray. Okay, let's make our way outside. And then find a good spot to place our waystone. And then we go back to spawn and figure out where there was a geode. Because I'm pretty sure our big old mine underground did lead to a geode somewhere. Right? It's been a while though, I might just be misremembering. As I do. On account of me being stupid. Well, that's good. Why don't we just use that waystone? Instead of placing ours. Just gotta cross this giant waterfall. What is this village called? Let's see. Creorctron. Creorctron? Creorctron? Interesting name. I'll give you that. Okay. Now let us go to spawn. World spawn. Does anything here scream geode? I mean, there's one all the way out there, but I'm pretty sure I found geodes before. There's one, but that's not an unlit area. Actually, maybe not entirely. No, that light is definitely just from glow berries. Were there really no geodes in this immediate vicinity? Odd. Well, we know there's one over here. And there is a cave near it. So how about we just go to that cave that's marked on the map as cave. I don't know why there's a random marker labeled cave. But let's try that one out. Oh, is that just the little cave entrance that I marked with a torch? No, that's there. Why is that marked? What reason did I have for marking that? Ah, right, because it was kind of well hidden under the trees, but was there something special to it? That's not even the location yet. Well, let's go down here anyway. Okay, where am I relative to the geode? Isn't that it right there? If I just go straight? Ah, damn it. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go past the lava. Can I make the jump? I can. Very close. Oops. There it is! Okay. And now if I dig in, there's my calcite. Whoa, that stuff breaks very easily. Might as well grab some. Where's the opening to this geode? Probably over... would it be over here? Or is this one of the rare uncracked geodes? Because I know those exist too. Did I not only find a geode, but I found an unopened one? I might have. I might have found an unopened geode. Whoops. Yeah, seems to me like this one isn't open. Well, ain't that fascinating? Anyway, I got what I wanted. That didn't take too long now, did it? Okay, a few things. Shield, first of all. Can I also... No, I cannot. Slab? No. Was worth a try. Anyway, we're learning some more stuff, like chip anvil. Okay. Calcite, that, put all this in here. That's new. This will take a moment. Actually put the calcite in there for now as well. We have more than 2 million EMC again. We earned back everything we wasted recently. Happy. We earned it all back. Okay. Sleep now, have fun with the rest of the stream? I will. You probably won't be missing much. Considering, you know, the time. Okay, let's put all this away. It's quite a bit of Inferium Essence. Where did I have the Prosperity Shards? They were over here, I think. The Ars Novo table. Yes, yes, I know. I am aware you want me to make it. Again, next time we'll focus on Ars Novo. I'll figure out where to put it in the library. You know what? I'll probably just make it another area like hang on, let me check. I'm pretty sure I can still do stuff here. Yeah, what if I make it like another small room directly here, right? That works. Then we have this, this, and this will be where the Ars Novo table is. Does this need anything? Right. The arcane pedestal things. Is that also another thing like with the arcane pedestals? Is that another thing like this where you have to have it surrounded like... Because in that case, I should make that here, shouldn't I? It is, okay. Too big, but don't make the room too small. Would this be considered too small? Or is this an acceptable size? Should be fine. Okay. Don't I have a book for this stuff? Right, wasn't there a book for this? There's enchanted books? Like some kind of book with instructions. I feel like there was one. Unless I'm mistaken. I don't see it anywhere in here. I mean, there's the spell books. Okay. So over here we'll make an Ars Novo room. Just gonna prepare this already. There we go. hang on. Let me actually use my brain here. Actually, I think I was able to leave it as it was. I think this wasn't actually bad. Like this. No. This was one further back. Was it? Was it here? Damn, now I'm already losing track of how everything was placed. Anyway, no, this works. Yeah, this works. But it should work. No, it should be the same as the others. Which means this goes away. These are gonna be stairs. This is gonna connect up here. And then we'll have stairs over there. Anyway, so this is where we'll do the arsenal room, which will look just like these. Let's use summon helpers around the base. I have already solved the issue. The only thing is that I need to do it in a very specific spot if I want to summon things. I can summon things if I change the settings of the pocket dimension and do it in this very area. If I do it directly at the entrance, after adjusting the settings, then it works. And I just need to lead the summons to where they're supposed to be afterwards. So that's the dealio. Let me just quickly... No. Canopy, that was what it was. A stack each for now. And I think I used these. And then for the floor I used... There it is. Okay. Also, hi. Meow. Welcome back. Alright, I should also grab some new boots, because mine broke. There we go. Might as well get a few things started over here before we... Actually, no. Before I work on that, first things first. Let's make the counter. Let's grab like a stack each, playing it safe. And then let's see, what kind of trap door? Actually, who says I even need to lock it off? Now the counter will of course look very bland because there'll be nothing on it yet. I'll get there when I get there. So this far I decided. Okay, yeah, that definitely looks decent. I just need to... Like, the material works. Just need to figure out how to... Oops. No. What would it look like if I did something like this? Alternatively? Yeah, you know what, that works for me, I think. That definitely goes over too far. I think this far works pretty well, and then I'll have to turn it. Whoa. No, not like that. What if I just do it like that? You know what? It's fine, I can move this all over a little bit so it connects smoothly with the wall. Then it works. And then like this. And there we go. Why does that connect? Anyway, yeah, I think this works. I think that looks decent as a counter. Again, it'll look better once we put some stuff on top of it. This is starting to look like a hotel lobby, right? I think you can see it as a lobby. I think it works. I see it. I don't know about you, but I definitely see it. Okay. So we gave the project a good starting push. Apparently next time we're gonna take a small break from the project again in order to do another project. There we go. Dimension hopping. I mean, we're always dimension hopping. We are in a pocket dimension after all. Okay. Now here's the dealio. I'm gonna plant this tree on the other side of this wall. Actually, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna plant it exactly right here. Boom. Is the infinite dimension part? The dimensions part, because I sleep 11 hours. Oh, we don't really have infinite dimensions currently. I know you wanted me to add a mod for that. Which chances are we will eventually. Let's face it, it's unavoidable. Would you check in at this hotel? I know it's not finished yet. It's not finished yet. It's slowly getting there. But just looking at how the lobby is right now, think further down the line, does this look like the kind of hotel you'd like to check into? I could see it. Again, once the watercolor is actually adjusted, and after that passageway opens up to a restaurant over here. That is a temporary thing for building purposes. If you go to a hotel and you see a bunch of construction equipment lying around, you wouldn't also be like, I don't know, why is there a jackhammer in the hotel lobby? Hell nah. I think it's beginning to look pretty chill. They're gonna cut you up. Alright, fine. I get it. Okay. Oh yeah, one more thing. This axe is almost broken, so how about I put it into the machine? Because that way I learn how to make diamond axes in the future. Boom, now I can make them. Could place more trees on here and then replace the wood up there with grass? What do you mean replace the wood up there with grass? Up where? Up when? Up why? Glass. Ah. Like, you mean so that you can, like, have, like, sky access here, but you can only see leaves, so it's not, like, true sky access? I mean, I guess I could see that. Maybe even just have like a 2 wide strip at the very center. Maybe even if it's just a 2 wide strip at the very center that's glass, I feel like that could work. Question is if I want to replace this as well. I'll think about it. For now, though, for today we're good, I think. Again, next time around I'll do the Ars Novo stuff, I've decided. So, we'll figure out what to do other than that. Let me grab my trusty fishing rod. Honestly, at this point, I feel like I might have to give up on getting any fishing rods fished up. Haven't gotten lucky so far. So, who knows when that's gonna ever work out. This thing is gonna turn into a giant, messy pile on the map. When it was just one floor, you could clearly see the structure, but now it's gonna overlap like crazy. Looking forward to it. Okay, I'm in position. And once again, I might as well. It's not like it's missing much durability, but still. So we'll be back tomorrow, continuing from right here. And we'll do the Ars Novo stuff. Ars Novo is gonna be insane, probably. I hope for now, as you say, it's just gonna need like another room like that. And maybe I'll do it a little bit bigger to the side so I can fit in like that table as well. You'll have to instruct me on how the pedestals are supposed to be set up. You'll have to instruct me carefully how they're set up for the little station or whatever. And then I'll have the table like off to the side of the room. And on the other side of the room, so it's symmetrical, I'll put... There's probably something similar, actually. Hang on. Have I checked that again? Okay, the scribe's table on one side of the room. And then the main part of the room will obviously be for that, like, strange circle thingamajig with the pedestals and everything. Which I assume the setup is gonna be similar to the setup of the other. Like, if I do these pedestals, it's gonna be a similar setup to before. Can be placed in any direction and can be used in place of a pedestal. So that's just an alternative thing. Similar, not the same, okay. So the pedestals go around, and what? Is the ritual brazier, is that the thing in the center? No? Maybe? I don't know. Or is the center also just another pedestal? So I assume I'll have to make... How many of those do I have to make? 4? Or does this also need 8? And then this in the center, which needs a sorcerer block and a pedestal. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm gonna need probably 5 of these pedestals then, to put 1 in the center and 4 on the outside. Start only 4, but some things need more than 4. Okay. So since you said it's similar to the other one, if I set it up in like that pattern where there's 4 in all the main directions and then like 4 diagonals as well, that would probably cover everything, I assume. Probably. We'll see. And then again, off to the side, I'll have the table, and... Again, is there something similar to the table that I can place on the other side of the room so it's kind of symmetrical? The table is 2 blocks wide. So on the other side I would need like 2 things. I don't know. Cauldron and potion melder? I don't know, that feels like they could work well next to each other. I'm not sure if they... Well, that's specifically a Wixie potion. A Wixie cauldron, sorry. I can't even craft that, so never mind. I'm already putting some thought into this. Or I could just do an Arkwood double chest on the other side. Sure. Why not? So Arkwood double chest on one side and the thing on the other. The middle gets changed depending on what you do. Gets changed depending on what I do. Ah! Enchanting apparatus, for example, if I want to enhance something. There it is. But by default, it should be this thing. I would assume. So Okay, a source relay can also be in the middle. To ignite, I think. Then what's the default thing in the middle? Just be a pedestal. Okay. So the middle can also be a pedestal just like the outer parts. That's what you're saying. Actually, let me check if I... Because for calcite, it said I can make it with the... There we go. No? There it is. Okay, so that's basically saying if it says source gem, that means it's just a pedestal in the middle again. So 1 pedestal in the middle and 3 pedestals on the outside, essentially, is for this, right? Okay. Got it, got it. Understand. Well, I'll have to remember it for tomorrow, but I think I can handle that. Alright. Playlist track ended perfectly, so let's see who we can rate today. Oh, you know how it is. I see some Tribe 9. I see the Trizam playing Tribe 9. You know I gotta. You know I gotta raid. We get there when we get there, yeah. Okay, let's set the raid up, and then I'll send you all over. You share some love with the Trizam, because we are very nice individuals, and we care about fellow streamers. And once you're over there, be sure to stick around for one of the best games that has been around recently. Well, maybe not one of the best games, but definitely the best gacha game. But, yeah. I'll see you all around. Tomorrow will be Minecraft again, and I think after that, aren't we? I don't even know which weekday it is. Yeah, I think tomorrow is the last Minecraft stream, and then we're back on the regular grind with FNF, and then Peak Defense Academy. So, yeah. See ya everyone, bye bye, and if you're watching this after it's been uploaded to YouTube as a VOD, then your support has also been greatly appreciated. And you know, the usual thing, if you want to catch me live in the future, description down below, link to Twitch, stream every Friday, Saturday, and other days of the week sometimes too, on a bit more of an irregular basis. Thanks for watching the VOD, and maybe I will have the pleasure of seeing you around in the future. In any event, that's it from my side, see ya, and goodbye.